up, Quantum Nation? Welcome back. So here I am with the 55-inch Hisense H9G, as you guys can see. So, or rather, yeah, it's the H9G. I get so mixed up with these models these days. But anyway, this was the most requested model. I got a lot of votes on it, and it turns out you guys were really hoping that this is what it is, and lo and behold, yes, this is what it is. So I have been receiving a lot of feedback and a lot of requests to review this model, so we're going to be diving in depth to see if this is worth your time, if it holds up to last year's model, a whole bunch of stuff, so just get excited for that. But just make sure that you guys are submitting your questions and things like that, because it's just going to be us hitting the ground running. Now, before I continue with this video, just know that this is going to be the first part and a very many ongoing parts to review this product leading up into our final review. This is my format. I just haven't until now really labeled them in parts. So that's something I think that's going to be a nice little change to help you guys find things a little easier. But that being said, let's get it started and show you guys what this TV is all about. Now, one of the first things you're going to notice is that they have clips this year like they did last year, so they didn't take that away and you're not downgraded in that aspect. Although my box does have some damage to it, so we'll see how the end result turns out. But either way, we do have clips, making it really easy to literally just pinch and pull, and literally that's as difficult as the process is. So unboxing so far, very easy. So as we take the top box off, not much in the way of packaging as far as trying to protect the product. I don't notice a whole lot of protection going on there. There is still a little bit of chrome trim, but we'll investigate all that stuff later on. But so far, I mean, it doesn't really seem to be protected the best. I mean, you just have like some corner pieces here, maybe like a styrofoam piece at the top, but it's not like corner to corner protection. So we'll see how that affects the overall television. So at the top part of your box, you're gonna have these little styrofoam pieces. Now they got a piece of tape over the top, just keeping it from, I guess, falling around and hitting the TV or something like that. But you do have something holding it down here, so try to rip that off there. Very difficult to do this stuff one-handed, but that's one leg, and then you've got the other leg, as you see over here. And that's just, again, secured. Well, this one's not secured by any kind of tape, so there you have it. So in the top part of your box, that's where that stuff is located. Now, all the things that come with this product are going to be this as follows. You're going to have your legs, as you guys saw a second ago. You guys are going to have this giant Ziploc bag of sorts that has your batteries and the power cable and your screws. And then you're going to have the remote in a separate Ziploc bag, not in this big one. A little wasteful on plastic in my personal opinion, but you know, that's what it is. So let's see what it's like plugging up this TV and hooking everything up. Now, before we plug in the TV, I do have to show you guys obviously how to put on the legs. They only go in one way, so you literally can't jack this up. You literally just put it in that hole there, right? And it's literally as simple as putting it in. And then you put the screws in and you're good to go there. Now, the back of the TV has this like geometrical kind of like stitching. I think it's really nice for budget TV. It reminds me of a lot of the premium Sony X930E from 2017. So it's nice to see Hisense try to offer something a little more premium, because last time around, it was really ugly in the back of the TV on the Hisense H9F. So for them to do something a little bit more designer in case you can see your TV is nice. Now, also to mention, you do have some wire management. It is here, so you can tuck cords here, and you have another location here. Now, to specify, this is the 55-inch variant, so I don't know if you're going to have extra feet arrangements, but this is all I have here. Now, as I sit here screwing in these screws, a nice little touch is that they already have the washers put onto the actual screws, so you don't have to fiddle with anything like that. Again, just taking away from a little bit more of the fiddliness of these unboxings. So again, a very nice thing that they did there. I also forgot to mention that the power button is right here for anybody wondering. It's underneath the television. Also, for those who are wondering about the ports, you do have support for legacy devices here, so that's good. And you do have 4 HDMI ports, and they're all supporting 4K 60, and you do have optical out. You have a headphone jack, which will be located here, along with some other things. Try to get it to focus here so you guys can see all that. You know, you have USB 1 and 2, and you have a headphone and a service jack, and you know, I call this the over-the-air little thing here, but either way, you have that as an option as well. So as you guys see, it's looking about the same as last year as far as what they offer on the back of the TV. But it is nice to note that they did not rip this out and downgrade you from what you had last year. Kind of moving with my initial theme here of, if you're gonna give us a new TV, at least give us what we had before and build upon that. So kudos to Hisense for that. Now, as we get ready to get going here, we do have the remote all hooked up. The remote is still the same as it was last year, so no upgrade there. Pretty disappointing considering, you know, that this TV gets up to $1,000, but I do understand because it is right now $650 for the 55-inch variant that I do have. So I can understand them not giving the most premium remote, but I'm still not happy about it. I think obviously they could do a little bit more of a redesign than this. This is pretty ugly. That aside, I do like that you do have a separate power cable so that you can plug into the television, opposed to literally just having one baked into the TV so that if your TV is jacked up, you're screwed. Again, not downgrading you from last year, which is pretty nice. So let's get this all set up finally. I swear we're never going to plug this TV in, but I do have to show you guys this. Okay, so you know how this TV has built-in hands-free voice control? They actually give you a kill switch on the TV itself to disable that right here at the bottom. That's going to be really, really hard to see. I don't even know if I can angle the camera low enough. No, I can't. I mean, they have a kill switch right here. This is the kill switch where you can turn it either on or go back underneath here or turn it off. I mean, that's really cool. So if you're like me, you don't want them listening in all the time, you can just kill it by putting it in the off position, which I will keep it in, and the hands-free microphone, it's not going to listen to you. So how very cool is that? Now, what's really nice is that they kept with the premium trim, and as you guys can clearly see, it's still chrome on the sides here, which most TVs today don't do, even at the absolute highest end. They give you like really cheap plastic builds all around, and to see this level of luxury on a TV set that's $650 is like stupid good. Another thing that's really good is the front of the TV, where you have brushed metal all throughout the bottom here. This has been upgraded to a very slick feeling brushed metal along with the legs. So not as cheap as last year's model, and you still do have that chrome finish on the Hisense badge to, again, just establish that you are buying a luxury TV. So it feels already far more premium than a lot of the best TVs from Samsung, Sony, and LG as far as LED TVs go with the build quality. And I gotta say, I do like this a ton. And now we have officially turned the TV on, and standing right up on it, literally looking at it dead on, blacks are freaking inky as hell. So that's the first thing I'm noticing right now out of the gate. And that usually isn't the case when you stand this close to LED TVs. So we've got it opening up here. Now that part wasn't as clean. Now give me a second here. I'm going to try to close the door behind me so we cut down on the light. All right, so now we're in a pitch black room. Now, I am noticing some streaks here down the middle. So already I'm seeing a little bit of dirty screen effect. Not ideal. But we're going to lower that down because it's not as pronounced as what you're seeing on the camera. Though as I lower it down, it will become far more pronounced. All right, so United States. Unlike the first time I did this with the H9F, it's actually in English. So that's a nice addition there. Blacks are looking a little gray on the sides now. I don't know if you can see that. Definitely some uniformity issues on the corner, far left corner there. Not looking good, Hisense, but we'll see how that changes once we fix up local dimming, because I know by default it's not the best. So I'm just going to lower it down so you guys can see what I'm doing here on my end. Now, yes, unfortunately, Google is still forcing their terms of service in all of the Android TVs. Basically, there is no option to opt out of this for offline usage. So as you guys can clearly see, it's either submit or you can't use the TV you just purchased. You'll have to box it up and take it back, and that is disgusting. So we have no choice but to submit for the purpose of this review, but it's something that all you guys might want to think about. So, I mean, really just Android TV, I don't really care what you call it. Powered by blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, more terms and conditions to accept. Of course, there's no opting out. So what choice do we have? Why even put an accept? You might as well just do an auto approval at the bottom, because it's not like you can use the TV if you don't submit, right? Such ridiculous nonsense. Not okay with that, but seems like the TV is finally hooked up. Now we're gonna do the store demo with video just to see what it looks like. So we're entering the store mode now. Wow. Turn it down a bit, it's a little loud. That's pretty spectacular. Damn, and this is like out of the box though, son. Still blooming though. But it's pretty black for what it is though. Man, those reds are on point. Oh, I can't wait to calibrate this baby. Wow, bro, they're throwing down. I mean, now this is a demo, and I know post-production editing is like through the roof, not ideal, totally not how you want to view the TV, but this is, for me as a professional calibrator, giving me an indicator as to what I will see in real life. But so far, the black levels are good. I'm not noticing any major blooming. We're in a completely blacked out room here, so this is huge, right? Absolutely massive. I mean, look at those skin tones on black people. That's huge. Like on a black background with no clouding or blooming. That's huge. So it's not all bad. See, we're doing good so far. So I'm really excited to see how this thing is gonna hold its own, but I'm already excited about this. This is one slick TV. We'll see though with that local dimming though, because I did notice some spottiness, but we'll see. So my last video cut out. I had to continue it with this one. So it's probably not going to be as smooth as a transition as it should be, but I ran out of time. But yeah, this is pretty dope, guys. It's pretty dope. But alright guys, so as to not drag this on for a million years, this is the Hisense H9G. I really hope you guys like this video. Smack a like if you did, because holy hell, we're about to get into it, man. Are you excited? I'm excited. Let's see what this bad boy can do. So far, I'm pretty damn impressed. But that can always change, and there will not be any bias of any kind, because, I mean, screw it. We're not paid by anybody, but so far, this is pretty impressive. But alright guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty. Submit your questions as to what you want to see on this TV down below, and we'll get it cracking. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.